Hello, once more, people of YouTube. Today, once more, the Crimson Assassin here today to give you guys another video. So as you know, this week is E3, and I've been trying to do my best, try to cover as much things as I can for E3. And for me, E3 is about to wrap up. And I kind of want to give you guys my overall thoughts on everything what happened during the E3. We're going to talk about pretty much all the major press conferences, all the games, trailers, and whatever. And I'll throw in my 2 cents in the mix of what I thought about everything that happened this E3. So I think it'll be a pretty neat video, and I hope you guys enjoy. So, beginning Friday was the EA press conference, and EA typically does a pretty cringy job at their press conference, and this year was no exception, considering that they were pretty much promoting their sports games, even though every year they're gonna buy the next issue of FIFA or Madden or whatever. And nothing really new, nothing really fresh from EA this year. Although they did announce a new IP, I mean, there was much left to be said, and they postponed their true demo reveal for the Microsoft press conference, which I'm about to get into that. And typically EA is a pretty shitty company, pretty shitty job. I never trusted them. Supposedly this new Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is going to be way better than last year, 2015's Battlefront, which was a complete and utter disgrace and was a terrible game. No one liked that game at all. And ultimately everyone panned Star Wars Battlefront 1 because all the content was locked in a season pass, and the game was pretty much half finished and whatever, because, you know, EA's EA. And with Star Wars Battlefront 2, you know, they could do a lot of things right, but let's just think about this for a moment. It's EA. They're gonna find some way to fuck it up. So, but, you know, the new game Anthem that they showed off in the Microsoft press conference looked pretty interesting, and I might be getting my copy if it's cross-platform, if it's available for the PS4, which I'm hoping it is. They didn't really specify if it's a console exclusive to Xbox or not, so we'll see. We'll see. But definitely EA was a pretty cringy press conference, and nothing really meant to be said about EA's press conference. The next day we had the Microsoft and Ubisoft press conference. Ubisoft was on Saturday, and not Saturday, on that Tuesday, and which was 2 days ago. And the Microsoft press conference was pretty solid. I did like the press conference a lot. Oh, it was the Bethesda press conference that I played later on that night. It was at 12 o'clock at midnight here, and I was just like, nah, I am not staying up till 12 o'clock to watch a press conference. That was only 45 minutes long, mind you, which we'll get to the Bethesda in just a moment. But the Microsoft press conference, it looked pretty solid. I did like the press conference a lot. Phil Spencer, you know, who is the spokesman, the head guy who was promoting the new One X, which, my god, I guess we gotta talk about the One X. The title of the name is so fucking stupid, my god. I'm with everyone in that name. That name is fucking stupid. That is the stupidest name for an Xbox I've seen. I mean, the Xbox One was pretty bad. The Xbox One S, okay, yeah, sure. The Xbox One X rolls right out of your fucking tongue, huh? Yeah, it's a pretty shitty name, but although it's supposed to run every game at 60 frames per second at 4K, and at least they did let everyone know that if you don't even have a 4K TV, you can still get the Xbox One X. It'll look prettier even without a 4K, which is fine, because like I'm not gonna get a 4K TV anytime soon. I'll just stick to like a regular 1080p TV, which is like my TV, the one I have on with me right now. And I think the One X, honestly, and I said this during the press conference, my live stream, where reacting to the press conference, and I'll probably say it again here. The only people who are going to buy the One X are people who don't have the Xbox One. And if you wanted an Xbox One, more than likely you already got it. So I don't see the necessity of spending another $500 on a console that's, by the way, pretty tiny. And and a console. I mean, that can pretty much only run at a higher quality. And that could support regular Xbox games. And I mean, like, yeah. So the only people who are really going to buy it are people who don't have an Xbox One, and a lot of people have it, or just people who just want the new latest model of a whatever because they need to get into the new fad or whatever. I'm conflicted. I definitely don't want to spend $500 on a console, so meh. So, but overall, I thought the game that they presented at the press conference was pretty solid. I did like how Sea of Thieves looked. I liked how Anthem, the last game that they showed off, that looked pretty fucking gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. And I definitely liked that Dragon Ball Z Marvel vs. Capcom looking game. That actually looks pretty interesting, and I can't wait to actually try that out myself once I get the chance. That game I might just like buy it because like I'll have like a bunch of friends over and we'll play that game for a while. That looks like a really fun game that you can play with a bunch of friends. I do, however, have one itty bitty complaint, and that's it was way too effing long. Okay, that press conference was over fucking almost. It was pretty much over 2 hours. That press conference. It was a really, really long press conference, and but they didn't have a lot of things to showcase, so I can't really blame them. So, but definitely that Microsoft press conference was a pretty solid one, and I did like the press conference better than previous years. They did a lot of focus on a lot of the games this time around, and I did like the press conference a lot. So, thumbs up from Microsoft. Then Bethesda's press conference was really short, and I'm kind of disappointed, Bethesda. I mean, a few years ago, you did a really outstanding job with your press conferences. Now, you fucking sucked this year. I mean, but you know what? I even said this once. You're allowed to have at least one bad year. That's it. That's your one fuck up. And you fucked up this year, but you know what? Next year, you'll probably do another press conference that's going to blow them away. Because we were definitely hoping for another Elder Scrolls. Come on, Bethesda. It's been quite a while since the last one. So, we definitely want to do Elder Scrolls, but of course no Elder Scrolls. Instead, they fucking just shoved that Elder Scrolls Online piece of shit that no one fucking wanted, and no one's fucking playing right now. I mean, only like hardcore MMO fans are playing the game right now. And that shitty card game, I forgot the fucking name because it's so forgettable. And then, Evil Within 2, however, did look pretty cool. And Quake Champions does look pretty cool as well, but I believe that's a PC exclusive, so yeah. But Evil Within 2, I actually do like, I like the first Evil Within. I thought it had a really good when it came to the story and like definitely the atmosphere feel to it, and it was a really solid game, and I did like Evil Within 1. I don't have it, but I'm planning on maybe getting it, to play, so then when the Evil Within 2 comes out, I'll get it and know the background, or I might just watch maybe like Markiplier or someone play the game. I don't know, but definitely, that was like pretty much the only good thing about the press conference. The rest was kind of cringy and not really exciting. So, Bethesda, it's okay. You're allowed 1 year. You're only allowed one bad year. This was your year. Don't fuck up next year. All right? Cool. Then the Ubisoft press conference came out, and honestly, I was actually pretty blown away. I did see only the ending of the press conference, but it was actually the ending where like shit happened, and it was actually pretty cool shit. I saw like the Just Dance crew dancing on the stage and whatever, and it looked fucking annoying as hell, and it looked pretty cringy. But it was only like 5 minutes long, so I kind of forgave them for that. But it was a pretty cringy dance moment. But I like the Fractured Butthole. I love South Park. I'm a huge South Park fan, so I'm definitely gonna get the Fractured Butthole. Assassin's Creed Origins looked fucking great. I love Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite gaming franchises of all time, so I'm definitely getting Assassin's Creed Origins. Then we have Far Cry 5, which looks pretty damn cool, and I only played Far Cry 3, and I actually did like the game a lot, so I might consider getting Far Cry 5. And then, what else? Oh my god. The Beyond Good and Evil game, that game looked pretty interesting. And it was kind of emotional at the end of that press conference where that guy came up on the stage and he actually was crying for a moment because he couldn't, he couldn't take all that emotion in on how he just felt because he just felt really emotional, bringing out this game that hasn't been out since its previous installment. It's been 15 years since the last Beyond Good and Evil came out, and I never played Beyond Good and Evil. Hell, I didn't even know what it was about until the press conference, and I looked up the game, and I thought, oh, wow, it's actually a pretty interesting concept. But it was funny because in the trailer, they kept fucking dropping the F-bomb left and right, and I'm like, wow, so damn, I believe this game was originally like a teen rating, so now that, it's probably going to be a full-on rated M game, so, they can do a lot of stuff with a rated M game, so, but yeah, all in all, that Beyond Good and Evil game does look pretty interesting, and I'm definitely might check the first Beyond Good and Evil. There is an HD collection for it, I believe on the PlayStation Store that I can get, and I think it's like $10, so, not bad. So, that Beyond Good and Evil game does look pretty interesting. The Ubisoft press conference was really solid this year. I did like the press conference a lot, at least from what I saw from the press conference. I thought it looked pretty interesting. I thought it was really cool press conference. So, good job, Ubisoft. The only cringy thing I would say was the beginning. The Rayman Raving Rabbids Mario game. That looks kind of cringy, but it actually does look pretty interesting. I never thought there would be a tactical RPG with Mario of all characters and the Raven Rabbids those fucking bunny looking motherfuckers. Those guys. That actually looks a pretty interesting game, although a little bit cringy as well. So that was the only pretty solid Ubisoft press conference. So I give you guys a thumbs up. Good job, Ubisoft. Good job. But then, you all know it. You all came for it. The Sony press conference. Oh boy, the Sony press conference. I was waiting patiently for this fucking press conference, and it was funny because in the beginning of the live stream, when I was recording my live stream, and I was watching the press conference live on the stream, there was no audio, and I thought, oh my god, this is a bad omen. This is a really, really, really bad omen. There was no audio at all at the live streams, and I was like, oh no. I was worried. I was like, no. And plus, my screen kept buffering and shit, and sometimes it would like cut backwards, and then it will continue on the screen. And it was very weird how that live stream went. But, to give it credit, there were a lot of people watching the press conference live, so, it was whatever, but when the audio came back, everything went smoothly, and, what I thought about the press conference, I thought that it was a really cool press conference. I did like the Sony press conference a lot. There's definitely a lot of games on that press conference that I want, and this wallet will be super fucking empty by the time all those games come out because it's official Brooktober. Oh my god, that shit, dude. Shit, that game, those games that they were announced, not only complaint about the Sony press conference was that they're mainly a lot of games that were announced back in the last press conference last year and are brought back to this year. And it was just majority of those, but some of the newer games that they announced, like that new Monster Hunter game, looked pretty cool. I was actually shocked when I saw the Shadow of Colossus remake, which looked pretty fucking gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, that game looked fucking amazing. And I did like Shadow of the Colossus 1. I only saw someone else play it, and I really liked the game a lot. And it was actually a really sad and touching story, so I might get the game, but then again, I might not. So we'll see. But definitely how it looked it shocked the hell out of me. They showcased the Spider-Man the new Spider-Man game demo, which was actually the last thing that they promoted at the end, and I thought that game looked fucking cool. It's by Insomniac, the guys that made Ratchet and Clank, and it looks beautiful. I want that new Spider-Man game. It looks pretty fucking cool. Comes out early 2018 though, so I'll have to wait patiently for that. Then we have that new God of War game, which, oh my god, I am a huge God of War fan. I played all the God of Wars before previously. It's one of my favorite gaming franchises next to like Assassin's Creed. I love the God of War series, and I can't wait for God of War, the new God of War, which is not really mainly about Greek mythology anymore. It's more about Norse mythology, which looks pretty interesting. I don't know really too much about Norse mythology. I know a lot of Greek mythology, but not really Norse. So I'm definitely gonna have to do some research definitely before I play the game. The only thing I really remember about Norse mythology was Valhalla and Thor. Yes, yes. So I'm definitely looking forward to this new God of War game. That shit looks sexy as fuck. And then, there's just so many things at the Sony press conference that I like. And there weren't really too much, like, showcasing, like, there was only really one guy on the stage. He was just talking, like, oh, you're having a good time and all that stuff. And, there's only really that one dude. And he only appeared on stage, like, twice. And then the rest was just gameplay, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I liked it. But they only showcased a lot of the games, and I was actually pretty excited about that. Days Gone, that looked pretty fucking cool. And I was shocked, actually, because there were a few titles that I thought would be announced at the Sony press conference, but I didn't. Cough cough, Last of Us 2. I mean, come on, guys. Where was The Last of Us 2? No one, like I was quite shocked. No Last of Us 2. I mean, at least they promoted the Uncharted, the Lost Legacy or whatever. But that's like a standalone thing, and I don't really care about that. I mean, Chloe, she's one of my favorite characters in the Uncharted series, but I mean, I want Ellie. I want Ellie and Joel. Oh, man. So, I was kind of upset that there was no Last of Us 2. There was no Ni no Kuni 2. I thought Ni no Kuni, if you don't know what Ni no Kuni is, Studio Ghibli made the game. I'm not lying. Studio Ghibli actually made the fucking game. And I did play it. I loved the game. I loved the game a lot. Think Pokemon, but like on steroids. So, I definitely loved Ni no Kuni. That was a really fantastic game. Although they did release a gameplay trailer for that, and I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait. And I am definitely on board with Ni no Kuni 2, so that's a game I might get later on in the future. And that's pretty much it. I was just upset. No Last of Us 2. I was pretty upset. But all in all, people of YouTube, my thoughts on E3. I loved it. I did think it was a pretty solid E3 this year. Nothing really mind blowing. You know, there were a few games that I'm not interested in, like the Marvel vs. Capcom game. I'm not interested in that. I have no interest. I'm actually pretty terrible at fighting games. So I was kind of turned off about the Marvel vs. Capcom game. I might like play it at a friend's house and see how the game is, but I'm definitely not like on board with it. Like I suck at fighting games. I really do. The only fighting game I would say I'm actually pretty good at is Smash. Smash 4 on 3DS. Okay? Come at me, bros. So, overall thoughts, I did like the press conferences. I did like everything that E3 had to offer. Nintendo, oh, I forgot. Quick thing about Nintendo. Pretty upset. The only thing that kind of blew me off, what kind of like blew my mind about its little presentation was Metroid Prime 4. And I love Metroid Prime. I love those games. They were really fucking hard. They were really difficult. And I love them. I played all three of them. I played 1. I couldn't get past the last mission in 2. I love the 3, but I stopped playing 3 because I lost it. And then, that's pretty much it. And, those are my history with those Metroid Prime games. Like, those games were fucking tough. But, I did enjoy those games a lot, and Metroid Prime 4 looked pretty, it was a promotion for it, and I was blown away. I thought, wow, I didn't think there would be a new Metroid game, so that's lit. But, they had, like, expansions for Breath of the Wild and stuff, and I'm like, nah, okay, cool, whatever. Not too mind-blown about it, but all in all, I thought it was a really solid press conference. Pretty solid, presentation. It did kind of suck. It was only, like, half an hour. Not even. It was a pretty short presentation that they had. They did end it off with Mario Odyssey, which, by the way, I will give them credit. The song that plays in the Mario Odyssey trailer, I like that song a lot. I actually kind of got that song stuck in my head because it was a pretty catchy song, and I actually did like the song a lot. But everything else, I mean, man, there's a new Kirby game, a new Yoshi game. Meh. Literally meh. Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga remade on the 3DS. Okay, cool, whatever. Plus Bowser's Minions, which, okay, I guess. Fire Emblem Warriors. I actually been slowly getting into Fire Emblem. In fact, I actually played all 3 versions of Fire Emblem Fates. I played Birthright, which is this copy. I borrowed I borrowed my friend's version of Conquest, and I liked that game a lot. And I bought Revelations, which was DLC only. And then I have Echoes, and I really, really like that game too. I'm stuck at the last boss because it's a fucking tough-ass boss, and Alm keeps dying, and then Saga keeps dying, and I kept getting crit. It was a pretty shitty fucking final boss, and it's hard and tough to beat. So, yeah. But I definitely like the Fire Emblem franchise. So, Fire Emblem Warriors, okay, cool, I'm on board with that. And plus, I play the app game, Fire Emblem Heroes, and I just got Tatiana. What was this girl? The girl with the purple hair. She's a red maid. She uses the red maid. She has purple hair. I actually have her screenshot. I'll put it right there. I have her. I just got her. She was on a new banner. She was a focus, and I got her. So, I just feel like promoting that or whatever. I do like the Fire Emblem franchise, so I was definitely on board with that. And that's pretty much it. I don't really have much to say about Nintendo. Nintendo was Nintendo. I did like Reggie Fils-Aimé in the presentation, so that was pretty good. But again, overall thoughts, I thought it was a pretty solid E3. Definitely enjoyed it. Can't wait for next year. Can't wait for all these awesome games to come out. And that's pretty much it. I've already been talking for 21 minutes, and I gotta stop. Because I gotta edit this son bitch. So, that's all the time we have for today, people of YouTube. If you would like to see more of this channel, please consider subscribing. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And 'tis I once more, the Crimson Assassin, saying, peace, YouTube.